It's the late registration, and this is when you get your scores. So like this is the one to shoot for here.
Okay.
It's like swimming in some ways. When you have a meet, you practice harder, you're more diligent. When you sign up for the test, you're more focused. You know, okay, I gotta get serious about this. You know, that's the whole reason I'm asking, because when we have something out there, we know to now do more in preparation for it.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. And if you have any questions about signing up, just let me know. Happy to help there. So, um, I have no idea when we last did a lesson on this. So why don't we just work through some questions? I'm just going to pick some questions in a topic area and see where you're at. Maybe you know these, maybe you don't. Um, we won't necessarily talk about any strategies. We'll just do some questions here to start out. So, all right. So here is a first question for you to look at. I remember you were pretty good about answering these correctly, but let's go ahead and give this a try. Let me know what you come up with, please.
Okay. Is it B?
You're going with letter B. That is correct. So the exponent rules here to remember, there's a number of them. We'll just review them real quickly. When it's a quotient, you end up subtracting. Okay. When it's multiplication, you end up adding. Okay. The negative exponent rule becomes a positive on the bottom. If it's negative on the bottom, it becomes positive on the top. The other one that seems to come into play here is having to do with the roots. So the square root of x is really x to the 1/2 power. The reason it's 1/2 is there's really a 1 there and a 2 there. And so it's good to have a reference for this. So one of the reasons that I um, give you these is because they do come up here. The first one was pretty vanilla, pretty plain. You're not gonna see, you're gonna maybe see one question like that. So we'll move on to another question. Let's put that in front of you here. All right. So
Um, is it is it B?
okay, so B has a 1 as a 2 here. Sorry, not 1, a 2 there. So you have to remember, like that's why I always go back to this one. You know, this is x to the 1/2 as my reference. Are these the same based on that reference?
No.
No, it's easy to get them mixed up. It is letter D.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And that's, I mean, it's like, man, you know what? It should be an easy problem, right? But if you don't know these rules, it's easy to mess them up. Another property that comes into play is when you have an exponent to an exponent, you end up multiplying them. That's another one that I didn't put in there. Um, that would go on your list here. Do you have a properties of exponents list?
No, I don't.
Okay. Let me drop one in the chat here. I always like the one-page ones where you've got them all right there in front of you. It's mostly the top half there. So if you, and I probably should just snip these in as well to the lesson here. All right, so you've got all of them. So these are all the ones that could come into play for what we're doing today. It's some of them so you don't have to, like, like you're gonna have to relearn any of these. It's just this is all of them.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, so the new problem here, this one is not formatted all that well, so I'll have to maybe give a little explanation. So it's y to the 1/8 times y to the 3/4, but this one right here is to the power of 3/2. Like this is an exponent to an exponent, but these are then multiplying.
Okay.
So, and you're welcome to use a calculator if you need to, want to. No big deal for me.
I got C.
Okay. Tell me what you did to get C. Give me your, how did you handle this part on the right?
Um, I distributed the 3/2 into
Good.
the y, and I
Good.
got 9/8.
Good. And then from here, did you add the exponents to get 10/8?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Oh,
all
wait, I did 10/16.
right. So when you're multiplying, you oh, sorry, when you're when you're multiplying the bases, you add the exponents. So you got 1/8 plus 9/8, which is 10/8. And that reduces to 5/4. So what would you like to change your answer to now?
A.
It is A. Good. Okay, so let's try another one here. Let's try back to that. So let's go x to the 2/3 to the uh, 2/5 power. And then let's go times x to the just trying to get something here uh, to the 2/3 power. Let's try that.
Okay.
So this is kind of like the last one, just a different way of presenting it to see if you I can handle the exponent stuff again.
Okay. X to the power of 2/3.
That's so what, tell me what you got for this part. Just make sure we're on the same page. X to what power?
4/15.
4/15. Very good. And then this is times X to the 2/3. So when you added these together, what did you get as a fraction? Or just do that in your calculator?
Wait, do you have to make them have a common denominator?
Yes, yes.
Um,
So that's, yeah, that's where you can see I was kind of like, I wonder, I was trying to figure out how you got that number.
I got X to 4/15 and X to 6/15.
Could be you're multiplying by 5 to get to 15, should be 10/15, like that.
Okay.
This ends up being 14/15. So here are your two options. Is that the correct answer, or is that the correct answer? Is it A, or is it B?
Um, A.
It is A. Good. It's just little stuff like that that could mean all the difference in getting, problem right. That seemingly isn't like all that difficult. It's like, which one is it? So I wish I could just give you a bunch of those. That wouldn't be helpful. We got to kind of mix it up a little bit. Let's go back to some numerical problems. Uh, while you could use your calculator on this, it doesn't necessarily help you because you would then have to check all of these.
Right.
Right, so did
Um,
you write this as like the fourth root of 9 to the power of 3?
yeah, that's as far as I got.
Okay. And so you're like, which one, which one is it? Well, this is not the correct way to do it. The correct way to do it is to rewrite it. Rewrite 9 as 3 to some power, 3 to the power of 2. Now what can you do when you've got an exponent to an exponent?
Multiply them.
Okay, so it's 2/1 times 3/4.
So 6/4.
Which is 3/2. So what would be the best answer for that?
A. Wait, no. Wait. Wait. Mm, C.
So it would be like if we go back to what we started with, it's 3 to the power of 3/2, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the square root of 3 to the power of 3, like that.
Okay.
So there's no way it can be the C, because like 3 to the power of 3 is the square root of 27.
Yeah.
Okay. So do any of these reduce to the, I mean, any of these, I mean, it can't be A, right? Can't be A, can't be B. I mean, it can't be C. So why is it D? You know, and this is all about now like reducing roots.
Because 27, you can make it into the square root of 9 and the square root of 3 times the square root of 3. And the square root of 9 is 3. Okay.
Okay. So like, you know, in terms of like, is this a hard problem? No, it's not. It's just that it's weird. So
Yeah.
let's try another one here. Let's try 16 to the 2/3 power. All right, so give that a try. There's no multiple choice. I'll be right back with you.
Okay.